gentle viewers. I am so happy to be back in the studio with you again today, and I want to just jump right into gratitude and give you thanks for all your kind comments, your thumbs up, all your likes, for your shares, on your subscriptions. We so appreciate it. We really appreciate it. And I'm excited to share some techniques with you today. We're going to be monoprinting on canvas, and we're going to be monoprinting on boards, and I've got some wonderful things to share with you. I can't wait to do that, and we're going to get started right now. Okay, so we've used fabrics, and large fabrics and small fabrics, and I want to talk to you about printing on boards today and also printing on canvas, and we're going to do canvas last. So this is a piece that I monoprinted. Actually, after we shut off the camera and everything, I just did some fun printing on boards to see how it would come out, and I love the way it turned out. And the way I would finish this, and I'm going to show you how to do this, but the way I would finish this is, you know, you could just use some, like this is a transfer on fabric, and then do some embellishment around it. Or these are just, I glue stick these little pieces together. I just thought they looked really sweet together, so you could finish it like that if you wanted to do collage, if you wanted to do transfers, or you could just continue in this vein and create, you know, a beautiful abstract piece. So there are a lot of different possibilities with using boards and canvas and monoprinting directly on them. So you can print directly on it, which is what I did, or you can use your plate and then put the board down. Now I'm going to show you how to do both of those. So here we go. Okay, so I'm just getting some green gold here, which is one of my favorite golden colors, and I'm going to offload into the book and put it in there. And then I think what I'm going to do is do some, well, no, I won't do any writing yet. We'll just do some of these lines down. Okay. All right, so you can do on the board, or you can pull it off this way. Okay. And just keep working it. If you don't like the way it comes out, pull it back down again, pull it up, put it back down again, pull it up, add another color, and just keep going and going and going. Okay, so you can do it that way, or you can just directly apply the paint right onto the board. I'm just going to put a couple of little drops, and then we'll pull that down. So I like the way it's going, but I want something just a little bit darker. I don't want a ton of black, but I want just a little bit. So I want to take this little piece of old drywall tape, run it through, and then bring it down. And then, ooh, yike, yummy, yummy, and I like the way that one turned out. Okay, and now we can just, okay, so you see the possibilities. I mean, you can do a lot of things with this technique. Like I said, directly on it, use the plate, you can turn it around and then pull that up. If you don't like it, gesso over it, do it again. That's the great thing about playing with art. Okay, so now we're going to talk about printing on canvas. So I have some really large, long pieces of canvas. It's very heavy duty, it's really good quality. And I have a link, and I told you already that if you purchase the canvas, then they're going to give me a couple of pennies for it. So just letting you know. So I have a link in case you want to get some canvas to work with. If you are a crafter, you can cut it down into smaller pieces and use it for things. Of course, if you're an artist, you already know what to do with it. You can monoprint right on the canvas, nice and flat, and then you can stretch it on stretcher bars and have the piece framed. So it's really wonderful to play with. And I worked out a couple of bugs with it, so I've got some ideas that I'm going to share with you. And here's a sample piece right here. Hope you can see that. And just played with it a little bit, and so I'm going to share that with you right now. Okay, the first thing you have to do with canvas is you have to prime it. So you've got to use gesso, and I love gesso. I have black gesso, I have white gesso, and I have clear gesso. And you know, if you have if you have the white and the clear, you can mix any paint with it to make any color gesso that you want, especially with clear. I love that. It's a great tip. But the other thing about painting or monoprinting on canvas is this. You have to have a retarder. You've got to have, and in fact, gloss I have found works the best. So you're going to put this gloss down, and then the paint is going to adhere much more readily to the canvas. Even just gessoing it, it just doesn't work that well. So I've already done that work. I have a layer of white gesso, and I have this retarder on here. So we've got that all primed and ready to go, and you can get this on Amazon. They will give me some pennies. I'm just letting you know ahead of time, okay? So we're going to get started printing on this and just playing with it, and we'll see what you think. All right, so we're just going to get this down. And I love the dendritic look with the golden liquids. It's got such a yummy look to it. It just, all of us, you know, all by itself already just, you know, does this fun stuff. So I'm just going to put some lines down with my palette knife just for fun, just to show you some texture when we pull this off. Okay, and then we're going to lay it down. Now, just like with the board, you can print on here, and you can just print on your plate too, so you can do both things. One of the great things about it is it's not going to come through the back like it does with fabric. So you can just have fun with it. Okay, so it's really light, and we're going to put more paint down. Let's do some more green gold here. And okay. All right, back down. Lift up, kind of splotchy. Okay, we're going to add another color now. Okay, we're going to go to heavy body, and this is yellow ochre, which is a golden product that I really love. Okay, we're going to pull down. Okay, I don't want to waste that paint, so we're going to put it over here. Then we can pull it off again. Okay, into the water. Getting yummier here. Oop, I said it again, yummy. I've been trying hard not to say yummy. Okay, it's looking more and more delicious. There we go. All right, so you can see how that works. Okay, now we're going to take the plate up and I'm going to show you printing right off this. Okay, so I've taped down the canvas that we've already mono printed on, and now I just want to share with you how, so you know, you can have one mono print and say, okay, I like that, but let's go a little farther with it. So you can use it as your plate as well. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to just play with this little piece of scrim here, and we're just going to use a stencil on it. And you can target all different kinds of areas and pull up and put down what you want, and just play with it. Okay, so I didn't like the way it was turning out, so I just went over it with some more paint. Actually, I liked the original one, but for the purposes on this, to show you how to use this and to use a stencil, it just had to be a little bit darker. So, okay, so getting the plate nice and flat, and then I just took the stencil, and this is just an old paper stencil that I had, actually an old paper piece from a card, and I just put gel medium on it so that it would be stiffer. It's still really light. So I just put it into the book where I'm offloading. There was a lot of paint there, so I just used a dark brown paint, and so I'm just going to lay it down and then just stencil on the piece. And hopefully it didn't dry too much. Okay, not the best because I was standing there yammering with you, but you get the idea. This one over here came out really great, and you can just keep going and stenciling and just having a great time. Okay. So just playing with it, and you know, just keep creating and working. And like I said, you know, if you're not happy with the results, then just keep working on it. And what's the worst thing that can happen? You can just gesso it over. Wow, we're at chow for now. Well, almost at chow for now, not quite. I wanted to share with you that I hope you try those techniques. I hope you paint some boards and play with some canvas and large pieces of fabric and just have a great time mono printing, and just play with it. You know, like I said, just gesso over it if you don't like it, but just play and have fun with the technique. Next time we get together, I'm really excited because I've got my art journal, my current art journal, and as you can see, it's just kind of like a plain old brown Strathmore or black Strathmore journal, and we're going to cover it. I'm going to show you my technique for covering it with that yummy fabric that I made, if you remember. And I'm also going to share my technique for using plaster cloth on books. So you could make some tiny books with the plaster cloth technique, or whatever you want to do. Actually, it worked out really well on this really large journal. And it just came back to me from Stampington. It was featured in this magazine. So if you're interested in taking a look at the spread of my work in there, check it out. So I can't wait to see you next time. So ciao for now.